I've never met a reporter I like. In sales, anybody who says I love it and is walking at it like they're gonna buy it, that's almost always a no buy. Susan! Susan! Susan comes running over to his car, riding this woman as hard as possible for like a month. She was so mad. I was like, bro.
Nasty 362 with 25 bucks. Going through a bit of an existential crisis. Girlfriend broke up with me for my low-paying career. 26-year-old TV reporter. Thinks she's just a gold digger, but I don't know. It came out of nowhere. Thinking a career change. Love you guys. Miss you, Chris.
Oh! Are you crazy? No, dude. If a chick dumps you for not making enough money or being a... Are you a loser, though?
I mean, you're a TV reporter. There's something to be said.
No, TV reporters are cool. Just don't be a TV reporter. But, you know, self-check. I've never met a reporter I like. Have I ever told you the reporter story?
No.
This is a good story. Okay.
I'm here.
He's a TV reporter or recorder?
TV reporter.
Okay. I don't like reporters. I've sold 2 reporters' cars that were like kind of big news anchors. Every time they come in, like they're the hottest shit in town. Yeah, I'm the weatherman. Yeah, I'm here for the Escalade. Every time.
Mark Smith. WCAK.
Yeah. Like they're always like, yeah, no, I'm not doing any pictures. No one asked you, dog. We had Dan Janig one, and then we had Susan Davis. What the f is her name? Oh! All right. Anyway, Susan. Okay, this is a good story. Sorry. We're out of houses, right? We have no more houses. We shut them.
Yeah, we shut them.
Oh, okay. All right. So I'm working selling Acuras. I have no money. I just met my wife. I've been having yard sales before I met her. I'm like, hey, I make like $500 on a Sunday selling shit at yard sales. You live on like the city park in Providence in the Armory Park. Let's have a yard sale at the park. So like get rid of your old, because she was like kind of buying antiques too. And we'll get to like get rid of out of the condos, like stuff from my house, stuff from your house. So Susan Roberts is her name. Thank you. Yes. So we're having a yard sale. We're doing well. We're selling all like my wife's old shit and clothes, like a little bit of this, a little bit of that. And I'm doing the thing I've been doing like for like the past 6 months, just with my new chick. So we had just met. I'm selling Acuras, okay? In Seekonk. I work for Bob Volpe, who's the craziest boss I've ever had in my life, but I love him to death. Psychopath. Anyway, so we're having this yard sale. News anchor comes in. Now I know the area pretty well. We're right on the fringe of the hard hood, the ghetto, like right with the liquor store where we shot World Peace 2. Like right there.
Oh, Dexter Park.
So, my wife has this Audrey Hepburn poster that was so corny. I was like, get rid of that. She's like, no, I know, I bought it all the time. Anyway, oh my God, I love breakfast at Tiffany's. She says as she's walking up from 20 feet away. Now, in sales, anybody who says I love it and is walking at it like they're gonna buy it, that's almost always a no buy.
Oh.
I don't know what. If they're overly enthusiastic and it strikes you, don't get excited. That's always a red flag.
Interesting.
So they walk at it, and it's like $50 because it's glass frame. So she's like, oh my God, I love it. Oh my God, I love it. Wow. Oh my God, this is so cool. Yeah, breakfast at Tiffany's. And I'm like, yeah. And I see your Channel 10 news. And I had just gotten burned by a Channel 10 news anchor like 2 weeks before at work over an Escalade. Like the guy he was the autograph guy. Yeah. So now I'm like, f these reporters. She's like, yeah, I live over in the Mills, the condos, and points to the hood. And I'm like, oh yeah, down there off Mill Street? Yeah, well those just went up, huh? Yeah, I used to snowplow over there. My truck got, the GPS got the window bashed in and they stole the GPS out of it. Just to jam her, just to throw a stick in her spokes. So, anyway, she's like, no, it was $20. It was $20. She's like, I only have $12 on me. And I was like, yeah. She's like, I'll give you the $8 later. No big deal. I have to go get bread. I'll come back. I'll give you $8. So, she gives us the $12. She takes off. I go to, never comes back. We pack up the we sell a bunch of I go to work the next day. I go to my boss. We go out drinking. I go to my boss, Bob. I'm like, Bob, I sold Susan Roberts a Audrey Hepburn poster, and she stiffed me on $8. She never came back. He's like, are you kidding me? You're going to let that news anchor bitch burn you for $8? You better call the station.
Ooh.
Serendipitously, I have a person who works for the station buying a car from me. He's like, you know what to do? Write a letter. He's like, if you write a letter, it like means 10,000. Whatever. So I get the Acura of Seekonk letterhead, and I write a letter.
Oh my gosh!
I'm like, dear Susan Roberts.
You stiffed me for $8.
You stiffed me for $8, and I would appreciate the $8. You know, like my wife and I work very hard, and blah 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 blah. She gets the thing. I read it like a smarmy, but Anyway, she gets it. Now nothing. Now my boss is harassing me. He's like, hey, did you get the $8 from the reporter? I'm like, nah, Bob, she's burning me. He's like, you're gonna let her burn you? Go on Facebook and go after her. So now I'm on her Facebook, and I'm like, hey, Susan, if you don't have the $8 for me, we can work something out. You can come over to my condo and you can clean my toilets.
Oh.
Now we're getting blocked. Now it's back and forth.
Oh no.
Then I get a $8 to the Acura place I'm working at. I get a phone call from the owner. He goes, Nick, get into my office immediately. I'm like, so I go.
This is the Facebook post.
This is from the Facebook. He's like, what the are you doing to Susan Roberts in Channel 10 News? And I'm like, what? I was like, she burned me for $8. I wrote a letter to her. He's like, on the company letterhead, like he's holding up, and he's holding the $8. I'm like, oh. Then my boss kept the $8. The owner kept the $8. Fucking drunk prick. He was like a psychopath.
You're making a point though.
Yeah, and I was like, oh, his name was Brian. I was like, fuck you, Brian. Anyway, I went downstairs. And, you're on thin ice, pal. I was like, Brian, I sell 12 cars a month. Shut the fuck up. This place sucks dick.
So TV reporter guy.
TV report. So anyway, this all goes down. I get the $8. Now, my boss, Bob Volpe's a psychopath. He's a 60-year-old psychopath who drives a Corvette. He's in the park one day with his girlfriend, top down, sees Susan Roberts, and he's like, Susan! Susan! Susan comes running over to his car. Hi, nice to meet you. He's like, my mother loves you, but let me ask you a question. Why'd you beat that guy for $8? He's like, Nick, you should have seen the look on her face. Bro, it was so much fun. That was the funniest thing that ever.
That's awesome.
Riding this woman as hard as possible for like a month was. All right, I'm done. Thank you. Oh, what should
TV reporter guy?
TV reporter guy.
He got dumped. He wants to do a career change.
What's that? He wants to stay with it, man. They make too much money. Who cares? Are you crazy? Out of your mind. Sharp knife cuts clean. I don't pay no attention to it whatsoever. Literally, like, I don't know what. I wouldn't even think about that for 1 minute. We're chilling. We are Tuesday, live with Alex Schultz, Mr. Pranksman back there. I'm not doing pranks.
Soundboard stuff is gonna stop.
Do you want me to call Mr. Kavanaugh? I'll call Mr. Kavanaugh.
What was the craziest like principal's office story in your high school experience?
I was riding the trash cans on wheels in the cafeteria at lunch one time, and my dad worked at my high school. He was the head janitor. But I rode the trash can into the principal, and you'd swear to God, I like tried to f his wife or something. He was so mad at me. He was like, "Get out of my office!" He was so mad. I was like, "Bro, like you need to chill, Mr. Kavanaugh. My dad works here, dog."
Vice principal?
What's that?
Vice principal?
No, he was the head principal. Then my friend Derek gets kicked out of school, literally expelled. He's got a Porsche Boxster, convertible. He's like, Nick, I'm outside. Come outside. Skip school. I go to my dad. I go, Dad, can I skip school? He's like, all right, I'll write a letter. I go outside. We're driving down the street, right? Shotgun. He's got a beer in the cup holder, a beer in a Porsche Boxster in 2002, whenever the f was it, sits like this. Mr. Kavanaugh is on the front lawn talking to contractors about like doing something for the new field house, like the new sports complex. He had just thrown my friend Derek out like 2 weeks before. Beep beep with a Porsche horn, which sounds just a little bit different. Hey, Mr. Kavanaugh, f you! I'm sitting shotgun in a convertible with a beer in the complex like this. I'm like 2 weeks away from 3 weeks away from graduating. Yeah, that was fun. That was fun.
Yeah, right before graduating is always.
Yeah, my friends had money growing up. I had two friends that had a ton of money growing up. They were wild. Their dads had Lamborghinis and it was crazy. It was wild.